Hey everyone, Mah-Dry-Bread here. Pokemon Gold with only bug types was a fun team run. Let's follow that up with a hard solo run. Today's the day that we figure out would I be able to beat Pokemon Fire Red with a team of only one Teddiursa. Alright, so Teddiursa is a first form normal type with super even stats across the board other than kind of high attack. Our ability is just pickup, so nothing too special. By level up, we get a couple of cool moves like Feint Attack and Rest, but really it's all pretty typical normal type stuff. Rest and Snore would be cool, but without evolving, it just wouldn't really be tanky enough to make proper use of those moves. By TM, we have a wide variety of moves, but not much that we actually care about. Aerial Ace, Brick Break, and maybe Earthquake will be good, but that's about it. We have a serious lack of move variety, so this is going to be a hard one. Like always, I'm editing the script as I go through with the challenge, so all of this part is being written before I've started. Everyone comment down below and guess if I can win or not. I'm confident that I can win, but I think I'll need to be close to max level to do it. We don't have much type variety, and Intimidate is definitely going to be a problem. Let's explain the rules. In combat, I can only use Teddiursa. I'll need other Pokemon to use HMs, but I won't be allowed to use any of those Pokemon in battle. No glitches or exploits, no items in battle, only Pokeballs, held items, and items outside of combat are allowed. Also, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more. Let's do this. So, right off the bat, I use the Universal Pokemon Randomizer to replace Bulbasaur with Teddiursa so that we can do the whole run with it. We're not weak to grass, fire, or water, so I figure that fighting Charizard is best just because it's the most dangerous overall. Our nature is adamant, so more attack and less special attack. It took maybe 5 resets to get that, and it was totally worth it. I think Thief and Feint Attack are literally the only moves we can learn that use special attack. Every other move that we can learn uses regular attack, so investing in that seems smart. Yeah, Intimidate is common in this game, but we can make this work. I name him Teddy Heart, like last time. We need that psychopath energy to win this one. Also, can I just say that this sprite rocks? It looks really good. So we're doing the early game grind, and this might be a slow one. We have the Rock Gym first, and we don't learn anything that makes it any easier. Fury Swipes is unreliable, and Lick is just really weak, but I figure that if we can paralyze them, then we can stand a chance. My big worry is that they'll spam defense buffing moves early on, so every attack we can do will only do 1 damage. I couldn't see us possibly winning below level 16, so I'm gonna grind up to that and then see what happens. So after a decent grind, we get to level 16, and I figure the Rock Gym is worth a try. We actually ended up paralyzing Geodude with Lick pretty early in the match. He can raise his defense, so that had me a bit worried, but we actually ended up taking down Geodude with a lot of health left. The problem is that Onix right after is faster than us and just keeps hitting bind. I was surprised that it wasn't missing at all. That move not only does direct damage, but it also does some damage over time, so it's almost as if we were poisoned. We never paralyzed him, and although we did passable damage, all things considered, we still just lost. We aren't learning any better moves for this anytime soon, so I just have to bite the bullet and grind. Maybe by level 19 or 20 we could win this with Fury Swipes. I'll try at 18 though, just in case. Okay, now this took a couple of tries due to the worst Fury Swipes luck ever, but we actually won this at level 18 just thanks to getting a paralysis fairly early on Onix, and getting Fury Swipes to hit a lot. It's resisted, so it hardly does anything, but if we roll a high number of swipes, then it does actually do more damage than Scratch or Lick, so it ended up saving us. With that done, we're on the move to the Water Gym, and the usually pretty hard first real rival fight. Now, we may not have any great moves yet, but on our way there we can learn Mega Punch and Mega Kick from the move tutors. We probably don't need both, but I may as well learn them, since there's nothing else that I really want right now. I figure that Mega Kick might actually save us in some of these early fights, just because it's such a high power normal move. I kinda doubt that I'll actually be beating the Water Gym until I have Feint Attack though, since that's gonna help us against Starmie for sure. Who knows though, maybe we'll hit so hard with Mega Kick that it just won't matter. I'll try the Water Gym first, and then the rival fight. On our way there, though, I took the Helix Fossil. I knew that if I didn't say what I took, you'd all ask. Actually, now that I think about it, everyone ask anyway. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Wow, Water Gym went great. Don't get me wrong, we were maybe a hit or two away from fainting, but Mega Kick was hitting so hard that we took out Starmie. It was nearly a one-shot. That got us a level up, so we learned Feint Attack. We may not be good with it, but I'm hoping that it'll save us in the rival fight if we get sand attacked too much. Hopefully we can just score a one-shot with Mega Kick right out the gate to avoid that though. This actually took 2 tries because of getting burned early on, but as expected, we got saved by a Mega Kick being a one-shot. The entire rest of his team was super easy with Scratch and Feint Attack, so it just wasn't a problem. Alright, early game's been going great so far, aside from a kind of difficult rock gym, so I figured that we're gonna have some pretty smooth sailing all the way until the poison gym. Still, I'm gonna have to pick up a lot of better moves if I want to win the run. I made sure to pick up Secret Power, Dig, and Brick Break while traveling to the next rival fight. I figure the rival and the electric gym are both gonna be easy, then I can grab the TM for Aerial Ace and make my way over to Celadon to try the grass gym early. I want to try and do that one early since I figure that is the hardest upcoming fight, and I just want to see how early I can get away with doing it. Then maybe we do the Giovanni fight since he has rock types. We might need to learn Brick Break for that one. After that is probably an easy rival fight, then we can go lose to the poison gym. Looking forward to it. While I travel though, today's a great time to talk about this episode's sponsor, Factor Meals. Factor Meals is a service where you can get awesome meals delivered right to your door. These are fresh, never frozen, chef-prepared meals. You can pick from several meal plans that cater to your tastes and needs: Chef's Choice, Vegan, Keto, Protein Plus, and Calorie Smart. I always go with Protein Plus personally. What you get in the box is 6 to 18 chef-prepared packaged meals that have never been frozen. How many you get is up to you when you sign up. It's as easy as can be to heat up your food. Each package has both microwave and oven instructions on them, with it taking about 2 to 3 minutes in the microwave and 10 to 15 in the oven. Something I love about Factor is the crazy meal variety. I end up with new meals I haven't tried before in every box. This morning I had the chicken tikka masala, because I love chicken and I love tikka masala, so I figured it was a no-brainer. All I have to do is remove the plastic film off the top, pop it in the oven for 10 minutes, and I've got an awesome meal. It still blows my mind how well it turns out. The chicken is the perfect texture, cooked perfectly, not dry at all. Even the cauliflower turned out perfect. Soft enough to not be squishy, and firm enough to not be mushy. I don't know how they do it, I can't do that at home. It's even got all the nutritional info on the package, so it's easy to track in your fitness apps like I do. Head to factor75.com or click the link below and use the code 50MDB to get 50% off, plus free shipping on your first Factor box. That's code 50MDB at factor75.com to get 50% off, plus free shipping on your first Factor box. Thanks to Factor Meals for sponsoring this video. Go show them some love at the link at the top of the video description. Now it's time to go take out our rival. Alright, well, first is our rival who's literally just a sweep with Secret Power, no problems at all. Next is the Electric Gym, and we actually took some damage this time due to a shockwave. I was kind of worried that we'd get paralyzed off static as we attack them, but we didn't, so it went great. Can we beat the Grass Gym though? I could see that one being pretty hard. Wow, it's crazy how much Mega Kick is saving us. It actually one-shot both Victory Bell and Vileplume. We missed the first kick on Vileplume, but she missed the Stun Spore, so it didn't matter in the end. I know we have decent attack and a good attack nature, but I guess I kind of forgot how strong Mega Kick really is. When do you think will be the first Brick Wall? Poison Gym or Silph Co? Or maybe even the Fire Gym, because that's got 2 different Pokemon with Intimidate. That one won't be easy for sure. So I decided to go do the Rocket Hideout next. We've got that Giovanni fight coming up that shouldn't be too bad with Brick Break. Then we have the Pokemon Tower rival fight. He's got Intimidate now, so although I don't think it'll be hard, it'll be harder than before for sure. Then we have the Poison Gym, and who knows how that's gonna go. We might just get stuck because of Smoke Screen, but we might also just sweep them. I mean, other than Muck and Wheezing, both are fairly tanky. Even if we do end up winning that fight, though, I figure the Fire Gym is gonna be brutal because of him having 2 Pokemon with Intimidate. Things should be getting a lot more difficult soon. By the way, just a reminder that I have rewards on Patreon now. For just $1 a month, you can get access to polls where I pick upcoming challenges about once a month, as well as doing super early access to all of these challenge videos. I put them up the moment I'm done editing them, so more than a week early. My Patreon is linked in the description of all of my videos. Just pledge any amount of money and you'll get all of the rewards. Thanks. Alright, so Giovanni's rock types are just a sweep, but Kangaskhan actually hit us really hard. We lost more than half of our health before we could take her down, mostly because Mega Punch hit us so hard. Our Brick Break is pretty great though. I think I'm probably gonna hold on to it for the rest of the run. Next is our rival, and although it goes pretty well, quite a few Pokemon aren't one-shots anymore. We lucked out on the Water Onix getting fully paralyzed and us waking up quickly from Execute's hypnosis, but I don't think that we really would have lost unless we got super unlucky. I think the next rival fight is going to be one that we have to grind for sure. Charizard is going to be a tough one. Next is the Poison Gym, and this took a few tries to figure out. First is Coughing, and we can only one-shot with Mega Kick, so I went ahead and did that. Leaving him alive with Secret Power just means we'll lose accuracy to Smokescreen. Second is Muck, who's exactly a two-shot with Secret Power, as all he uses is Minimize. The second Coughing is yet another one-shot with Mega Kick, and last is Wheezing. We hit Secret Power to make him lose about a third of his health, he gets us with the Smokescreen, and we Mega Kick to take him out. That went great. There's about a 0% chance we're gonna beat the Fire Gym after, though. Okay, that's what I thought. We actually could take out Growlithe and Vulpix, even with the attack drops, just thanks to how hard we hit with Mega Kick, but we didn't last long against Rapidash. We don't really have that much of a level lead for this part of the game. Even if we could fluke our way past Rapidash, Arcanine would get us with that second attack drop and we'd be doomed. We're gonna have to go do Silph Co first. Alright, so I'm in Silph Co, and I'm torn on if I should fight all the trainers or not. On one hand, we probably need the levels for the Fire Gym, but on the other hand, I want to see if I can beat our rival in Giovanni at our current level. I figure we might be able to do it. The Psychic Gym might not even be too bad either, since we're so physically strong. I do have Feint Attack, and Black Glasses to do more damage with that Feint Attack, but I figure we'd still just do more damage with something like Secret Power anyway. I do kinda wish I could get a Silk Scarf for more damage on our normal moves, but it's actually in the post-game islands in this game, so we can't get our hands on it. We're just gonna have to make do with what we have for now. Well, the rival fight started great, with Mega Kick getting a one-shot on Pidgeot, and Water Onix was an easy two-shot with Secret Power, but Charizard after that totally destroyed us. We got Smokescreen, so our accuracy went down, Mega Kick couldn't one-shot it, and Flamethrower took us out quickly. I'm guessing we're gonna have to go around to get those levels after all. I knew Charizard was gonna be an issue. Alright, so after fighting the trainers and a bit of wild Pokemon grinding, we got up to level 58. Things go basically the same getting to Charizard either than taking a defense drop, but we actually ended up just hardly two-shotting Charizard. We nearly fainted though. Execute stun spored us right away, so I thought I was doomed, but we actually took him out with a sliver left. Last is Alakazam, and he easily could have finished us off, but he did a Future Sight for no reason, so we just one-shot him with Secret Power before he could hit us. Literally, any other attack, and he would have won. That was lucky. After that is Giovanni, and largely because of his weird move choice, we never took any damage the entire fight. I'm pretty sure that Secret Power doesn't count as a contact move, because otherwise we just got really lucky to not get poisoned off Poison Point the entire fight. Now, I think that we'll breeze through the Psychic Gym, but I'm kind of skeptical on if we can beat the Fire Gym right after. Guess we'll find out. Wow, I thought this would be a win, but I didn't think we'd sweep them without getting hit. The only thing faster than us was Alakazam, but he just used Calm Mind, so we won easily. Now let's go lose to that Fire Gym. Alright, so the first Growlithe was a one-shot with Secret Power, and the second is a Ponyta who survives Secret Power but gets fully paralyzed so we can take it out before it hits us. Rapidash went faster than us and hit us with a couple of Fire Blasts as we took it out, so I figured I was doomed. But we actually outsped Arcanine and hit a huge Mega Kick. He missed his Fire Blast, and I thought we could win, but then we missed our second Mega Kick and we went down because of it. Okay, let's gain 3 levels. I think this might be pretty easy once we're faster than Rapidash. Okay, so after 3 straight tries where we missed Mega Kick on Rapidash, we finally hit it on the 4th for a one-shot, so we're getting into the Arcanine fight with full health. We hit a pretty weak Secret Power, lost half of our health to Fire Blast, then scored the win with a critical Mega Kick. I'm not really sure if that needed to crit or not. He might have landed in a sliver if we didn't. A win is a win, though. Last is the Ground Gym, and right away we leave Rhyhorn with a sliver off Brick Break, so he ruins our speed with Scary Face. He uses some potions to stay healthy, but we take him out fast. Now we're slower than Mega Queen though, so although we take her out pretty quickly, we lose half of our health to Earthquakes. Because of that, his Nidoking was able to take us out with a couple of Earthquakes of his own. If we were faster, then I know we could win. I'm gonna level up literally just once. That might be enough to one-shot Rhyhorn and keep our speed advantage. Okay, I really thought it would only take one level, but after going one level at a time and trying over and over, we couldn't one-shot Rhyhorn until level 69. Nice. Because of our speed advantage though, we got hit by half as many earthquakes and thus were able to take out Nidoqueen and Nidoking just fine. Dugtrio was a one-shot, and so was the Rhyhorn at the end, so this actually went pretty well. I'm kind of worried about the rival fight though. Okay, rival time. So first is Pidgeot, who goes down in 2 hits to Secret Power as we take a bit of damage, and second is Rhyhorn, who's just a one-shot with a critical Brick Break. That probably didn't even need to crit. Execute was just a one-shot with Secret Power, and Alakazam just uses Calm Mind, so we one-shot him too. Water Onix is next, so our attack is down, and although Secret Power and Mega Kick take him out, we lose a chunk of our health to Hydro Pump. Last is Charizard, and he's faster. We paralyze him with Secret Power, he nearly takes us out with Flamethrower, I think we're gonna win with Mega Kick, but he lands with an absolute sliver of health to survive and finish us off. Man, that was so close! We lucked out on getting that paralysis to give us the speed advantage too. I'll get 5 levels and try again. We'll need those levels before the Elite Four anyway. Okay, this one took a few tries, but on this one, Water Onix used Leer, so we went into the Charizard fight with a lot of health left. We got hit by a huge Flamethrower, then paralyzed him with our Secret Power. Our second Secret Power didn't take him out. I thought we'd faint, but he tried for Scary Face for some reason, failed, and then we finished him off. You know, I'm pretty sure if he used Flamethrower, we would have fainted. I don't know why he used Scary Face. I mean, what did it even matter? Even if he hit Scary Face, because of the paralysis, I was still probably gonna be faster than him. So we're traveling to the Elite Four, and I'm really not sure how it's gonna go. Lorelei might not be too bad, but Bruno's gonna hit us incredibly hard. And how are we even gonna beat Agatha? Even if we were to learn Earthquake, that doesn't hit her ghosts. They've got Levitate. I guess Black Glasses with Feint Attack could work, but we really aren't a good special attacker, and she's got more special defense anyway. I might do even better if I just learned something like Aerial Ace, just so I have a physical move. Then it's Lance, and that's probably just a mess due to them overpowering us. We don't have a type advantage against the vast majority of what we're fighting, so I could see us just having to level up a ton before we stand a chance. Now that we're at the Elite Four, let's take a look at our stats. Our attack is alright, but not really as high as I would like it to be. But outside of that, we're pretty much useless. I mean, our special attack is half of our special defense. I can't see Feint Attack being worth using at this point. We're not even really fast either. I really don't think we could win this below level 90, but I'll start at our current level and just see what happens. I gotta say though, between 80 base attack and having a good attack nature, I think that our attack IVs must be awful because this attack seems really low. Make your final guesses on if we can win this or not. Let's do this. First is Ice Trainer Lorelei. Dugong is super easy right away with it just using Safeguard, and second is Cloyster, who just spams Protect and uses Spikes, so that's another knockout without getting hurt. Slowbro got fully paralyzed off a Secret Power, then went down to a Mega Kick, but next is Lapras, and thanks to it confusing us, and us hitting ourselves, we finally took damage. Because of that and Surf, we lost half of our health before we took her down. Last is Jinx, but thankfully we were faster and scored a one-shot with Secret Power. I'm just happy that Confusion didn't ruin it for us right at the end. Second is Fighting Trainer Bruno. First is Onix, who just hits an Earthquake to do just a little bit of damage to us before we two-shot him. And second is Hitmonchan, who's just a one-shot with our new Aerial Ace. Hitmonlee is also a one-shot, but next is Machamp, who uses Scary Face to lower our speed. He survives a hit, then nearly one-shots us with Cross Chop. We took him out, but now Onix is faster than us and takes us out with Iron Tail. I think I could win this in a few tries though. I just need any of those final few moves to miss and we'd totally win. So after an entire 9 tries where we just kept getting hit by Scary Face or Rock Tomb, we finally got this one where he missed Rock Tomb, we took him out, then we had tons of health left, so we just easily beat the final Onix. We're just lucky that we've even gotten this far without needing a bunch of levels, but I think that's about to change. Third is Ghost Trainer Agatha. First try, and we lucked out against Gengar right away, not only two-shotting it, but also not getting hit ourselves in Confusion right away after a Confuse Ray. Second is Golbat, though, and not only is it faster than us, but we hit ourselves a few times. We take it down, but next is Arbok, so our attack is down to Intimidate, and we faint pretty quickly. I bet that Intimidate is going to keep that final Gengar from being a 2-shot as well. I'm going to get up to level 80, and then try a few more times. Maybe if we're faster than Golbat and have slightly better luck, then we could win. Okay, a couple tries later at level 80. Gengar goes the same way, with us getting confused as we 2-shot her. This time, we didn't hit ourselves in confusion against Golbat, but she's still faster than us, so we took a hit before we shook off confusion, paralyzed her, and then used the speed advantage to take her out before we took a second hit. Arbok is next, so our attack is down. We took some damage off Sludge Bomb, but we got the 2-shot thanks to Mega Kick hitting. The second Gengar missed its first Hypnosis, as Aerial Ace didn't do too much, but the second one hit to put us to sleep, and we ended up getting crit with Sludge Bomb. We woke up early, hit Aerial Ace again, but it really didn't do much, and she used a berry to heal. We almost fainted from her next attack, but then we crit to take her out. I assumed I was doomed as Haunter came out, but we were faster, so we got one hit in for half of her health. She missed Hypnosis, and our next hit was just hardly enough to take her down. We actually got crazy lucky at the end there. This fight easily could have taken way more tries. Fourth is Dragon Trainer Lance. So this one starts really rough right away with Water Onix dropping our attack with Intimidate. He actually didn't hurt us too much before we took him down, but second is Aerodactyl and we were hardly doing any damage. I thought we were doomed when we absolutely fluked our way to a victory when he used Hyper Beam and dropped us to 1 health so we could finish him off on his recharge turn. Not that it mattered, because of course Dragonite just took us out right after. I'm gonna bump up to level 85, but I strongly believe we can't win this fight until we're closer to 95. So things were shaping up to go more or less the exact same, but we ended up landing a crit on Aerodactyl partway through the fight to take it out early. Problem is, we still don't stand a chance against Dragonite at all. Okay, I'm thinking I'll need to be level 100, but let's try 90 first. So at level 90, we do even worse, but I guess that's not very surprising. Of course we're gonna lose really badly in comparison to a try at 85, since we got a lucky crit on that one. Hey, at least we know from level 85 that if we get to Dragonite, then we're close to getting a 2-shot with Secret Power. Maybe next time we get back there, I could hit a Mega Kick and get a win. I really don't want to rely on Mega Kick if I don't have to, since it really does miss a lot. Okay, level 95. We hardly get hurt against Water Onix, and second is Aerodactyl, but we totally luck out, critting our first Brick Break, so although we do get hurt a bit, we score 1 shot. Next is Dragonite, who's still hitting us pretty hard, but now we can use 1 Secret Power and 1 Mega Kick to take him out. Maybe we could actually win this. We nearly got a 1-shot on the first Dragonair by using Secret Power, but we took a hit and we're on really low health. He heals a few times as we keep hitting him, but eventually he goes down. Last is his final Dragonite, and I really didn't want to risk fainting now, so I just went for Mega Kick, and thankfully I landed it for the 1-shot. Finally, the Pokémon Champion. Now, I have to open with Mega Kick for a 1-shot because Secret Power is not strong enough, and Feather Dance will ruin us, but on this try, we get it. Next is Alakazam, who's faster than us, hits us with a strong Psychic, but we 1-shot it as well. Problem is, next is Executor, who's not a 1-shot and gets us with Sleep Powder. Then we stay asleep for ages as he hits Giga Drain over and over. We woke up and landed another hit, but of course we fainted. Maybe if I try Mega Kick next time I could just get a 1-shot, avoid the whole Sleep Powder thing. So here we are a few tries later, we got to Executor again, and Mega Kick was a 1-shot. Nice. After that is Rhydon, who is also a 1-shot, although we did get a crit. Not really sure if we needed that or not. Water Onix is next, so our attack is down, and our Mega Kick did not get a 1-shot. I guess it didn't matter though, because his Hydro Pump missed. Then we landed our Secret Power and Mega Kick to get the knockout. Last is Charizard, and his first Fire Blast missed, so we hit Secret Power to take him to almost half health. He then missed another Fire Blast, and we took him out with Mega Kick. Alright, that was funny. We only needed 1 Fire Blast to miss. The second one missing was just for style points, I guess. Here I was, thinking a Paralysis would save us, but instead he just missed, so it didn't even matter. Well, it was a hard one. A lot of it went really fast, but as soon as we got near the end of the run, every fight was pretty hard. Our low stats really caught up with us by the end. I hope you guys liked that run. The next Pokemon Challenge should be up next week on Saturday, like usual, with Pokemon Platinum, with only Fire types. The team is, limited. As always, I'm looking at your suggestions in the comments in the challenge request section of my Discord channel and on Twitter. Subscribe, ring the bell, stay tuned. Alright, 2 bits of news. 1, if you remember the outro from last week, I was talking about how the Factor Meals thing happened, but then you all have seen this episode and the Factor Meals one will be in this one. Well, I made a pinned comment about it before the video even aired, so some of you may have missed that. I figure some people probably definitely missed it, just because, look, a lot of people don't read comments, it's what it is. Yeah, just because of shipping delays, because of the non-stop snowstorms here in Canada, the actual Factor Meals came in a little bit later that I needed to use for, like, you know, the sponsorship, so that's what that was about. Nobody's fault, is just the weather. Also, I was talking in the outro, I think it was either last week or the week before, I was talking about how I was getting some like monitor arm things so that I could stand up and do these voiceovers a little bit better, and how last week I stood up and I did it, but I just had to kind of crane my head down a whole lot for it. Well, this week, the arms are in, because shortly after I did that voiceover, like 2 days later, they dropped the price by $15 again. So I ordered the arms and I have them all set up now. I'm loving all the extra desk space. I even got to crack out some of my old spare monitors that were a bit bigger that I wasn't using before because my tri-monitor arm thing just could not handle it. So I have all those set up. I'm loving the setup right now. It's really nice. And most importantly, I'm using one of my really big, super low quality cheapo monitors that I bought that I mostly just use for like streaming stuff. You know, I got the chat on it, or like I'll just have like stream notifications, or I'll have OBS on it so I can just glance over and make sure that my recording is okay, you know? Doesn't really matter the picture quality, just as long as it's big and legible. So I'm using one of those big cheapo monitors I have right now to read this script. I have it on the arm, I have it up nice and high. It's not quite as high as I would like. I guess I'd like it at eye level. But I have it as high as it goes with this arm, and I have it tilted upwards, so it's almost like a giant tablet, where I only need to tilt my head down just a little bit. I wish my crane arm on my mic could go a little bit more upright, but, you know, my desk is a little bit low and whatever. It is how it is. I'm standing up. I've done the voiceover for this whole video, just standing up and looking at this monitor and talking into the mic while standing. I think I started that sentence with standing. Whatever. You know what I'm talking about. And I think it went pretty well. Obviously, I haven't heard it back yet because you're hearing me talking. You're not hearing editing me. You're hearing voiceover me. But I think, I don't know, I didn't flub my lines very much, which normally I'm a big line flubber when it comes to reading scripts, even though it's my own script. It's so much easier to breathe when I'm standing up. I have really bad nasal problems in general. I think I got a deviated septum or something. I think that's what it's called. I've never had it fixed before. So often I just can't breathe through my nose. Makes it really hard to do these voiceovers, just because I have to breathe through my mouth, and I'm also talking through my mouth, you know? But if I'm standing, it gets plugged less often, and also just, you know, I have room for my diaphragm to expand and give me a little bit of power behind my voice and everything, so I can really power through and breathe better and do the voiceover. And I've been flubbing less, and I feel like I'm projecting better, so the voiceover probably sounds a whole lot better. And you know what? This was much more comfortable on my neck than last week having to crane my head down a whole bunch. That was brutal on the neck and like the upper shoulder muscles by the end of the voiceover. Whereas right now, I'm looking over. I am 33 minutes into this voiceover. It'll probably be more like 27 after editing, because, you know, I do have some flubs and some empty space to edit out. But I don't know. I feel like this was very worthwhile investment. So hopefully that means that these voiceovers will be a little bit easier for me to do. I can get them edited a little bit faster because of that, and get them up even earlier for you on the Patreon. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and until next time, have a nice day.